Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome in. Here is your Thursday afternoon weather update. I am 6 News Weather Impact Meteorologist Avaionia Smith. Thank you all for joining us wherever you may be streaming from on Facebook or on our 6 Plus weather app, our 6 Plus app in general. Thank you all for tuning in for your Thursday update. We are going to start off with an update on the tropics here shortly. I'm giving everybody a short second to join us as we start off the afternoon. It has been a beautiful day so far. We woke up to a crisp, cool fall morning. Nice weather again, no complaints at all so far for us here in Central Texas, but that's why we're beginning with an update on the tropics, because we are still tracking what is still Hurricane Milton, as it did make landfall yesterday along the Florida coastline. It made landfall as a Category 3 major hurricane right over Siesta Key is where it made landfall at. It does right now have at least 7 fatalities recorded, so we know at least so far 7 people have lost their lives from this storm, and still 3 million plus people are without power across the state. Here's that radar view right now. That storm has now re-entered into the Atlantic. It's still bringing some rainfall again along the east coastline there, and we're going to continue to see tropical storm watches and warnings still in effect as well along the east coastline, as we're still tracking Hurricane Milton moving very quickly right now. So let's see where path Hurricane Milton is taking currently, moving east northeast at 20 miles per hour. Maximum sustained winds of 80 miles per hour. So again, it's still maintaining its hurricane status as it has re-entered into the Atlantic. Expect to become a remnant low though as we approach early morning on Friday. And remember, we had a disturbance that was right in that area, or right in this direct area, that has now fizzled out. So that disturbance is no longer as Milton continues to move in that path, but we are tracking Hurricane Leslie right now as it is moving west northwest at 7 miles per hour, maximum sustained winds of 90 miles per hour. It is a Category 1 hurricane, and we're going to keep our eye on this storm as it is far off in the Atlantic right now, continuing to maintain its hurricane status as well. In the weeks to come, we will see what path Leslie decides to take. But again, we're also tracking some more tropical development here. Disturbance number 1 getting ready to come off the coast of Africa right now with a 20% chance of development over the next 2 as well as next 7 days. So still a very active hurricane season that we are in right now, a very active Atlantic basin, but things are kind of quieting down for now after we just dealt with what was major Hurricane Milton, bringing a storm surge as well as power outages, and again, people have lost their lives because of that storm. But for us here in Central Texas, we are not feeling those effects, and definitely thankful for that as we're seeing mostly clear conditions across our area. Here's our radar view right now. We do have a trough that is positioned just towards the west out there, but clear conditions across much of our viewing area. We're not seeing any rain at all on our radar. We're going to continue to see high pressure build in as well, keeping our skies clear and rain free. So still beautiful weather out there as we're seeing those winds push in out of the southeast. As we take our live look in Temple here, again, gorgeous blue skies across the entire area. 85 degrees right now, south-southeast winds up to about 11 miles per hour. So again, it feels great, and we're going to continue to see those beautiful weather conditions throughout the rest of the week into the weekend. And then next week, we are in for a treat because we're going to see another front that moves through and drop temperatures down to more of a fall-like feel, possibly even seeing some below average temps as we start off our days in the mid to low 50s, and then our afternoons expected to be in the upper 70s and low 80s. But as of right now, it's 85 degrees across much of the viewing area. We're seeing those mid 80s, almost how yesterday afternoon was. Throughout the afternoon, it was very comfortable, and then we're seeing temperatures warm into those low 90s once again, and we can expect much of the same for our Thursday. But I want you all to keep in mind that there are multiple burn bans in place place across our entire viewing area. So wherever you see the red shade is where a burn ban is in place. So keep that in mind. Even though we are seeing beautiful weather, it's not ideal weather to spark any fires or have any open flames out because of those burn bans and because of the risk for an elevated threat for wildfire danger. Now we are under today mostly seeing moderate conditions, which is still not good. So again, you want to avoid outdoor burning, but as we step into tomorrow, that threat for fire danger will increase, and we're seeing some high levels across much of our northern counties and even into central Texas, mainly along I-35 there on either side is where we're seeing those risks for fire danger increase for tomorrow. And then by Friday, it's going to become a little more widespread, and even seeing some very high risk for wildfire danger spreading across Gatesville near Killeen in the northern portion of Temple and the southern portion of Waco. So, well, McLennan County, I should say. So make sure if you are in those areas that you definitely avoid outdoor burning as that threat continues to increase day to day. And that's because we're going to see winds pick up day to day as well. Again, winds are already breezy over 10 miles per hour for now, but in the next few days to come, we can see those winds continue to kick up to about 15 miles per hour and gusty up to between 15 and 20 miles per hour as well. So that's why that threat for wildfire danger will continue to elevate each day, because winds are going to continue to pick up as we bring in some drier air from the south. And those winds are already pushing in from the south-southeast there. Winds just picked up 1 more mile per hour. Now we're at 12 miles per hour here in Temple as well as Marlin, 7 mile per hour winds in Comanche. So we're getting a nice breeze across the entire viewing area right now. Again, comfortable weather is what we have been seeing over the past 3 weeks at least. It has been beautiful, a light breeze, and even though we're still a bit on the warm side for each afternoon, still great weather for all of us to get out and enjoy. And for your Thursday, expect much of the same. Again, low 90s for highs as we approach the latter part of our afternoon. Sunny conditions all day long. As night falls, temperatures return to the low 80s, 75 degrees as we head into that 10 p.m. hour tonight. And then we return to the low 60s and upper 50s for our overnight lows once again. So we're still stuck in a bit of the same weather pattern, but definitely not complaining about the weather we are seeing or getting, because it has been beautiful. So we had a lot of chances to get out and participate in the fairs or go to the pumpkin patches. So we have very ideal weather to enjoy any outdoor activities. But remember to avoid outdoor burning because of that elevated threat for wildfire danger and multiple burn bans that are in place across our viewing area. But with that, that will conclude your Thursday afternoon weather update. Thank you all so much again for streaming with us on our 6 Plus app as well as on Facebook. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. But until then, until we see you all back at 6 News at 5, I hope you all stay safe and have a lovely Thursday.